Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So, welcome to my YouTube Live or my Facebook Live. I'm so glad that you have joined me. And whether you're watching it live or on replay, I truly do appreciate it. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel down below here. And remember that this is part of a live. So if I am chit-chatting with different people as we go along, that's because it is live, and I truly do appreciate when they do come on. This is my Thursday live that I do every Thursday, well, almost every Thursday at 4:15 Pacific time, and it's part of my Now What series. I've got something in my stash that you may have in your stash, or you've never really had it in your stash. And after I show you something today, you might want it. Now, honestly, today, hello, Kay, I was going to do a scrapbook layout. I'm looking at it over there, and yeah, it's coming together. Scrapbooking takes me a little bit longer to do than card making. Card making, I guess, because I've been doing that for so long, I can just whip it together. But with my scrapbooking, it does take a little bit longer. I hum and I haw and I doubt myself and everything else. But it's funny because had somebody over here, they went and they said, "Man, those papers are perfect for those pictures." So I at least have one part done, but it's not exactly what I wanted in there because I want to incorporate scrapbooking and my stamping, and I don't really have anything to go there. But in any event, it's coming. It's coming, and I do plan on doing one or two scrapbook pages a month, and usually probably in this slot as well. All right, so getting back to my Now What part of my series. Now, this is, and I'm just going to jump on down to my desktop here. Whoops, and let's get right onto my desktop here. These are the blending pens. So many people go, "Oh, I've had those and I've never known really what to do with them." You know, these are amazing pens. These are, I'm actually going to bring one in that's already open because this is a box that's not opened. These last forever because honestly, take a look at this. And you can tell that this is really, really old because that's what Stampin' Up was like. I would say almost 20 years ago. That was their blue that they did. These last forever. They have a special glycerin type thing in there. I know at my retreat, I'd given one of these in their thing and I showed them something, how to do with something with it. But these can act as something if you don't have uh, there's lots of things that you can do with these, and I'm going to show you one thing that you can do with them today. Now, um, and I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see that. Hello, Kay and Pam. Good evening, and Lila and Marilyn and Jeanne. Wow, awesome. So I'm going to use an online exclusive, this Magnolia Mood. Have you seen this stamp set? It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of those ones that you just it's kind of a bit of a well, I don't think it's a sleeper. I think because it's an online exclusive, you don't see it that much. But I needed a card using this, so that's why I decided that I'd go ahead and use this. So these blender pens, like I say, they come in a pack of 3, and I'm going to use those colors that I think are just perfect with it. I do have let's see, I'm gonna use very vanilla, and I'm kind of on that very vanilla sort of type look. Now, it doesn't matter if you use you could use your ink, and I've shown a way to do this. You can use just regular ink, or you can use the memento. And I'm going to actually come in and I'm going to use the memento because I just want it to really show up. Hello, Suzanne and Colette. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to stamp that up in my memento. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this right onto this very vanilla piece You caught me live. Oh my goodness. Well, that's almost scary for me, isn't it? All right. So see, it's a distinctive stamp, and it's so pretty how it just stamps on there. Now, I've gone ahead and I've stamped that out already. And I stamped that out. I know I stamped that out, but you know what? Where is it? Isn't that funny? Let me just check my other desk over here. Well, that's all right. We'll just go ahead and we'll run that through with the die cuts and just show you how easy it is really to die cut it out. Thought I'd already had that. Oh well, that's okay. So I'm just actually going to then cut this out because we're going to try using our mini cut and emboss, and I'm thinking that that's going to be small enough. Now you could fussy cut, but of course we don't want to do that if we have the dies, right? So there's a die for this. There's a really detailed magnolia die. We have some leaves on here, and then the other images as well do die cut out with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here, and I'm going to use Post-it note tape. This Post-it note tape is amazing. I wonder where it went to. Well, we're not going to worry about it. Just going to put the Post-it note on there. I've got that stuck to my post there, and I'm going to come in with my mini cut and emboss. Now, you know that these machines, along with that bonus, oh my goodness, these machines are an additional 10% off. So great time to purchase it when it's at 10% off. And because it is at 10% off, it's amazing because you can actually, if you wanted to get like a starter kit, you could go that route as well. Is it going to fit? Yep, it's going to fit. Yay. All right, so we're just gonna, now you notice that I am using my 3-plate. I find the 3-plate works better than the 1-plate. We're just gonna go in there and just cut that. And mine squeaks like crazy. I think I should try using the blue one. Maybe it won't squeak so much. It still wiggles and jiggles the table, so, but there we go there. So how many of you have these? Happy last day of school. Yes, Sandra. Welcome to your holidays, I guess is what, or do you have to go in tomorrow? Okay. So like I say, some of you have seen this done before, but it's always good, a really good refresher with this as well. All right, so I'm going to go in. I'm using these 2 colors. I am using soft seafoam, and I'm also using petal pink. So I thought that that would be a really nice magnolia color. Now, afterwards, I started thinking, oh, I should have used like a berry burst or a melon mambo on here, but it's okay. I don't need to worry about that as well. You'll go in for your goodbyes tomorrow, but not early. Oh, you're funny. Yes, it's bittersweet, isn't it? So I'm just coming in and picking up some of that color green on my blocks. Now, this is where if you have a couple people doing this together, you can turn around and you can share a block, and it's enough color on the block. All right, so then I'm just going to come in with this blender pen. Now, if it's dark here, as long as it's showing up clear on there, it's all good. All right, so I'm just going to come in and pick some of that up. And now what I'm going to do is use that on on here. Now, these also help if you've got markers. These blender pens work great with markers as well. But this is kind of a fun way to just subtly pick up some of this color. And because it is a distinctive stamp, it's kind of neat that that's turning out that way. So like I say, I seriously was going to do a scrapbook layout. And it's going to be my, the 2-page layout that I was going to do was on the cenotes. So I'm still going to do it. Like I say, I've got the colors. The colors in the pictures are just amazing. And that's what I want to really pick up. Now, when you have this here, what you want to do is you just want to clean it off here. Hello, Carol. And then we're just going to come in. Then we can just clean that block off. And we're going to come in with the petal pink. See how dark that is in the middle. And that's okay because I'm picking that part up. If I wanted this to be lighter, which I could go like this and then go into the colors up here. This turned around and it colored quite nice and dark. I'm actually quite pleased with it. So I'll show you this. It's kind of funny. Why I wanted to use this set today was I found some of my Magnolia, my stamp, and I found some Memories and More cards, which I'm going to be putting on my BOGO sale. And yeah, that's why I wanted to use this one. And like I say, this kind of reminds me a bit of that other Sweet Magnolia one. And I knew I just had to use this on here. So like I say, I'm just picking up some of that ink from there. Go a little bit darker on the bud. And then we're just going to clean that off. Even though it's dark, that's going to clean it off. Now, I am probably going to be... Oh, you know what? I used the wrong very vanilla piece. I should have used the piece that was going to go on the out, not on the inside. Well, that's not a biggie because I can just turn around, grab my paper, and I want this to be 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to stamp something on the inside. I'm going to stamp one of the buds on the inside, and we'll do the same thing on there as well. Yeah, it does take me a lot longer to scrapbook, that's for sure. I know a couple weeks ago I worked on that travel journal. I figured out a way to print my pictures from that selfie one, and to make them so that they're not so big. So that's going to work out really good. So I printed some of those off, and of course I printed off also some from the cenotes. So I have those ready to go. So I'm playing on both of them, but I'm going to like this travel journal. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've decided I'm going to do a certain part of the Netherlands going to be our food tour. And the other ones are going to be the bike tour that we went on. And then just general. And then, of course, we have to do Belgium in there and Delft in there as well. Okay, so we're just going to take that off. Let's just put a tiny bit of this, and then that's got the inside done. Now, I think what I could do is turn around, and let's see if I have that here. I'm going to also come in and use some Wink of Stella. I don't use this enough. Whoops. Ooh, that's coming out really. But I don't use my Wink of Stella enough. Yes, you can do that as well. You could also take, if you're using your marker, you can take, use your blender right off of the marker. Um, yes, and I don't really want that too much on the leaves. There we go. And we can put just a bit in here as well. And that'll give it time to dry. Okay, so we've got those two pieces that are ready to go. Now, I decided to do this a little bit different. This is the back side of the card, which is 5 1/4, 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I've got a piece of this that's 4 inches by 10.5. And the reason I went with this was because I had this 4-inch piece and I thought, I've got to use it up somehow. So let's just go ahead and put that on there. Yes. So Sandra's saying that she runs the marker over the block, and that works the same way, like I say, as well. The only thing that I find with using the blocks with your ink pads, it stays moister longer. Yes. And I know Kay loves her Wink Stella as well. So let's just put this right here. And it's still giving us our 4 1/4 by 5-inch card. But just something a little bit different, right? So when it sits up, it's going to lean a little bit forward, but we're okay with that. And like I say, this is just going to go in on the inside. There we go. And then on the outside here, we have our magnolia. And I went, oh, that's kind of drab. So I went and I had a piece of the Very Vanilla. And this is the distressed tile. And I thought, well, it kind of needs a little bit of something on it. So I'm just going to come in with my Petal Pink ink. And we're just going to use a blending brush. So those blender pens are amazing pens. Now you can also play with them with the pastel chalks is another way. You can do some amazing coloring with them as well. So, you know, you're not just limited to ink from the ink pad and the markers. You can also use those chalks as well. Okay, so let's see. That's a little darker than what I had anticipated it to be, but I think we'll be okay with that. So this is just going to go on here. Yeah, it gives it a little bit there. Now, I have this like this, and I thought, well, it kind of gets lost on there. So I went and for my Stylish Shapes, I went and I cut a circle from the soft seafoam. I love those two colors together. So we'll do that, but we need to also do a sentiment on there. So I cut these off of that piece there. And I love this sentiment, happy birthday, but just a note to let you know that you are loved is also a really cool note in there as well. So I'm going to come in actually with this one. I'm going to come in with my Calypso Coral because I think it's going to be dark enough for that. And let's go and pick up our happy birthday. Oops. How did that get in there not cleaned? Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Let me just go and clean that. Just got my cleaner up here. So I can't believe school's out. School's out for summer. Oh my goodness, I'm Is that an Alice Cooper song? I don't know. I think I'm losing it. Okay, so I'm just going to come in and let's see if this is straight. It's just up, off by just a tad. Let's try that again and see if it's straight. Yeah, there we go. And we're just going to come in and put that right there. And you know what? I'm thinking that maybe I might just, let's just sponge that up just a little bit as well. Yeah, I can't believe June's almost over. Where is this year gone? All right, so this is just going to go on here. Ugh. You know what? I had such a hard time cutting that straight. So I know it seems like a waste to bring this in, but it's here anyways. So I'm just going to come and let's just cut that. All right, now also we could go ahead and put some ribbon on here. And this ribbon that is from, this is from the birdhouse ribbon. Let's see what that's going to look like. Do we need that even on there? Alice Cooper, there we go. Oh my goodness. You know what? I think what I'll do is I'm just going to wrap that around. We're not going to do a bow, but that's going to give it a tiny bit of the color behind there and a border. All right, so I'm just coming in with my tear and tape. Didn't get as much done today as I wanted to get done. I started fooling around with my printer, and then I started fooling around with a 2-page layout, because I might as well do it 2 pages because of there's enough pictures for that to capture the moment. This is where we did some rappelling, we did some zip lining, we swam in the caves. It was a lot of fun. We had such a great bunch. We had a big crew from the UK, and we also had people from the head office from Stampin' Up. So, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was mainly the UK. One couple from the States, other than the 2 from the head office. So see, that's just going to go there. So yeah, it was a great trip. All right, so let's just put that right onto there. Yeah, I'm almost wondering if that would have been better with pretty in pink behind. Let me just check that out. Is that okay with the soft seafoam, or would it have been better with the pretty and or the I'm wondering. Kind of like that one. I've used the stylus shapes on there. I like this. I looked at the Notes of Nature circles on there, and I didn't like it as well. Too fancy, taken away from. Let's try either. So you know what? This might go through. So let's just. I have to cut it to go through the mini. Say doing it on the fly, you never know, right? So let's just come back in with the mini cut and emboss. So new online exclusives coming out on July the 3rd for customers. If you're a demonstrator, you've already seen the new ones coming out. I love them. Oh my goodness, I just love them. I love the fact that there's so many for Christmas. All right, so what do you think? Let's see. Do you want it in the petal pink? Whoops, let me just move that up. This is going to go, just wait, this is going to go across here. Do you want it in the petal pink? Or, you're not really seeing this. This is almost like it's a stick. It just sticks out. So what do you think? I am actually going to go ahead and put that on there. I'll do that ahead of time. So I'm going to come in with my, nobody's answering. Petal pink. All right, Lila. I'm going to just come in and, yeah, I'm thinking the petal pink too. Yeah, because the green just sort of, even though I put the soft sea foam behind and put it onto the thing, it does nothing for the card. You're right on. Yes. Okay. So I'm just putting this on either side of here of the ribbon. We're just going to go ahead and put that right there. Let's get our petal pink. And you know what? I'm going to pop these up as well. Hello, Amy. You like the soft sea foam. Okay, well, unless somebody changes it in a big hurry, it's the pink, petal pink is sort of one out on this. But you could use either, that is for sure. Let's go ahead and put that there. I'm such a petal pink person. Oh, that pretty in pink. Oh my goodness. That was the color of the month for the In Color Club. And oh, so pretty. All right. I need one more there. I know. Bit of overkill, but it's all good. Let's just take those off. So the ribbon is not getting tied in a bow. It's just acting as a strip, which we could have done with just a strip of the petal pink. So let's just put that up there. Just like that. Let's move those blocks out of the way so I don't get them all over the place. And then I think these gems will be just perfect for these. These are the ones that come with the petal pink and pretty peacock. And they have flecks of gold in them, or foil, I guess. So let's go ahead and put that on there. And right there. So there we go. So that is using the blender pens. So all you have to do is just put your ink onto a block, pick up your ink from the block and color this part here. I think it gives more subtle of coloring on than say if we used a blend on here. Of course, we could have used a blend on here, but that would have defeated the defeated. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. I think, yeah, I think it looks okay with this one. This one kind of ties in everything. Now let's see, what else have I got here? Where are those rest of those? So those are the blender pens right there. And you get 3 to a pack. And like I say, they last for years. So, thanks, Pam. All right, so let's see what's going on here. All right, so thank you for joining me live. And if you are watching on a replay, by all means, um, make sure that you comment. Give me the thumbs up if you like that. Share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do. Another thing is Saturday will be my sketch challenge. I'm actually going to be on 10 o'clock on Saturday morning with a new card sketch, and I hope you'll join me then. And of course, back to Sip and Stamp. If you have any questions or any ideas that you'd like to see me do, I know somebody has asked me to do a very involved fancy fold card, which might be a fun thing. I will get around to doing it for sure. I usually get around to doing it. If you have any techniques that you'd like to see me do, it's funny. I've been thinking about one technique, and all of a sudden somebody says, "Oh, we need to do this in a blog hop." So I said, "Fine, I'm all over it. I will do that for sure." Awesome. Thanks, Patsy. Yeah, just make sure that you watch it on a replay. All right, you guys, if you live in Canada, don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to work with you. If you have any questions, please reach out. Remember to create because it's great for the soul. Bye for now.